What is up, everyone? What's going on? Paulo is hiding because he is finally back. What's going on? How's it feel to be back?
Still away, but I'm back.
Away, but back to be on the podcast. So welcome, everyone. This is episode 20 of Endzone Sports Podcast. I'm your host, D. On the top left next to me is Paulo. Say hi to everyone, Paulo.
Hello, everyone.
On the bottom is Mike, our Dallas Cowboys fan. And we are missing Breadman, who should be coming on soon. He said 5 minutes, 15 minutes ago. Then he said another 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes is like in a half an hour, right?
Oh, snap. There he is.
Is he on? Oh, there he is. 5 minutes is 20 minutes. Here you go, everyone. Here's Breadman. Everyone say hi to Breadman. Breadman, say hi to everyone.
Boo. Boo. Yeah,
oh look at this. He's already on mute. Yeah. This is what we're talking about. Look at this guy.
This is what we deal with every time.
I can't hear you guys. I can't hear you guys.
He can't hear us.
Problem. That's a personal problem.
So when he hears us, he'll give us a thumbs up, right? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get started, right? So we're hoping everyone had a good weekend. So let's start off with the NFL week 10. Was it already?
Week 10.
Already.
Oh my God, it's almost over already, right?
Well, so now you're trying to see who's who.
Yes, we are, and it's pretty showing. Well, we'll discuss some of the stuff that I'm gonna talk to Paulo about some stuff. From episode 1, we had some talks about some stuff that he stated. I think he said somebody was gonna go 13 or 14-3 or 13-4,
maybe 15 at one point.
And I thought that wasn't your Super Bowl selection, was it? The Buffalo Bills?
Oh yeah, they were.
Oh my God, that's not looking good right now. So we'll get into all that, right? We discussed the Bears performance on Thursday night. I don't know if you want to get into it, P. See what your thoughts about it are. We did state something about what are your thoughts about quarterback wise? Do you think are you looking forward to a new quarterback starting for your team next year? Or do you think even if
I already know how it's going to go. So the way it's going to go is they're going to keep Justin Fields, obviously.
Yeah.
We're either going to get the first, second. We're going to get probably 2 top 5 picks, right?
Right now you got the 1 and 5.
1 and 5. Number 1, I don't think we're going to go with a quarterback at number 1. I think we're going to grab up Marvin Harrison and then possibly a QB that's available at number whatever. Justin Fields will be the starter next year. 4 games into the season, we'll probably be 1-3 or 0-4. They're gonna want this new quarterback in. Hopefully it's Drake May. I don't want Caleb Williams. I don't want no one else other than my UNC guy. I'm rooting for this UNC guy.
Oh, now he's a UNC.
Stop it.
But word on the street, right? Rumor in the street is I don't know how accurate it is.
Yo.
But okay, we hear you, right, man. We hear you. Don't.
Stop interrupting the show, man.
But rumor in the street is I don't know how accurate it is, right? But if Caleb Williams was to declare last season, right, there were rumors saying that the Bears wouldn't have traded their number 1 pick and they would have selected him number 1, even though Justin Fields still had 2 years left on the contract. So that might be the route you're going, number 1. But my thing is, I like the theory you just said with Marvin Harrison number 1 because he looks like a bona fide star, right? Mm-hmm. He had CJ Stroud for the past 2 years, right? And we see what he's doing in the NFL. He's amazing, right? The quarterback he has now, I don't know if you've watched an Ohio State game this year. He's not impressive at all.
Well, I looked at Harrison's stats. He just got over 1,000 yards less on Saturday.
Yeah, but to get it with that quarterback and to have it to where all these defenses are making sure they are having to they know this is the guy you have to stop, right? His biggest test, right, is going to be against Michigan. Michigan has one of the best defenses in the NCAA, right? But I like what Paulo just said, right? Because Caleb Williams does look like I won't say he's going to be the next Patrick Mahomes. I don't know who in their mind would say that, right? Or whoever it is needs to be checked. But
no.
But the thing is, he's putting up these numbers with a quarterback that to me is subpar, right? My thing is, if Justin Fields finishes, he's supposed to come back this week, right? From what I'm hearing.
Supposed to.
So if he comes back, right, and he finds his way like he did last year, but passes, let's say 315 a game, finishes the year with 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, rushing another 4 or 5 touchdowns, does he have a chance of keeping his job? And you guys go maybe offensive tackle, receiver, or is the quarterback being drafted no matter what? Because I don't see your coach lasting after this year. I think he's gonna go. So the new regime are they gonna want?
Well, that new regime might be Jim Harbaugh.
Talk dirty to me, Mike. Go ahead. Keep it going.
I don't know about all that.
Keep it going, man.
I read something today that with coaches on the hot seat is Chicago. Matt Eberflus or whatever his name is one of them, but they said to watch out for Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh going to Chicago, or it's either the Chargers or the Bears.
That's the two I heard too.
Yeah, so it all depends how. I don't know. This whole Jim Harbaugh thing is a mess or whatever. Like, I think the Big Ten has it out for him, but it makes sense, right? He former Chicago Bear, right? Like, yes. I think he make and. From what I read too, he's still that might be the only problem, right? Is he still wants control of like
general
control.
manager?
Yeah, he wants to
make of it.
And the Bears need to do it.
Didn't you just get a GM? Didn't he say we're going to take over the North? Wasn't it that? Wasn't that him?
Yeah, it was 2 years. It was the same. It was 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
You guys are fucking idiot. They're all idiots running that shit show. Every single one of them, top to bottom. McCaskey needs to sell the fucking team. Okay.
That's never
going to happen.
McCaskey family, owners are never going to do that.
They need to just let it go. Continue on.
My only concern with Paulo is
I think most fan bases want to say that. I think if Birdman was on right now, he would say the Maras need to sign. Mike can say Jerry Jones needs to give it up already. He's like a headache.
With us, it's never going to get out the family. The son's a part of it. He's like our.
Well, you just better hope the Sons don't become what the hell the Steinbrenners are coming to the Yankees.
Nah, Stephen Jones doesn't really bother me. And then what you would call, but to Paulo's point, I like the whole idea of Marvin Harrison because you can never have enough weapons. But at number 5, do you get Drake May at 5? I don't
think so. I saw a mock draft. They had us picking up the cornerback Kool-Aid.
Oh, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I wouldn't do that. I would go off the tackle.
That dude. The offensive tackles is Joe Alt from Notre Dame, and then the tackle from Penn State, which I'm not going to put. I don't want to butcher his name. What happened?
Arizona, right?
What?
Right now, I think it's Arizona.
No, it's Bears. It's Panthers,
Carolina,
Giants,
Arizona. Yeah, so they got
New England, and then you guys.
They got the Giants getting Caleb Williams, Arizona picking up Drake May.
Yeah, see, I don't even know if that's
I saw Arizona picking up an offensive tackle, and number 4 was New England picking up Drake May.
Yes, I'm sorry. New England picking up Drake May.
That's sorry, guys.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we finally hear this.
Too loud.
Sorry.
We listen. I think eventually we're gonna have to hire Denise, right? As a technician for this guy.
Yeah,
How about now? Still too loud?
No,
we're good.
Calm down.
Calm down, dude. Calm down. I don't want to
just breathe.
We don't need another episode, man.
This is what happened.
Boy, here we go.
The same thing. So there's 3 computers in this room. There's my wife's work computer.
Over there, bro?
Huh?
What are you running over there?
Oh man, we're running something good. Don't tell nobody, man. We got the website, camping equipment. We got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, if you're interested.
Camping equipment, Mom. Say the name.
I'm working on it, get it back on. So
okay, whenever you do.
Whenever I'm ready. I don't want to just start off and stuff. I'm not getting any of the profits out of it, so I don't want to go ahead and say anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, I have 3 computers, and it's my wife's computer, my daughter's computer, and with my wife getting this new computer
and your
for work.
computer has all the viruses from all the
Yeah.
phone sites that you get. So it was messed up. You had to get on somebody else. We get it. We get it.
Shout outs to
We get it.
xnxx.com.
No, you can't do that, bro.
Shout out. It's a good site. Very educational. Not for the kids.
They can't watch this anyway, so it's fine. All right, bro, man. So we're just discussing the Bears, right? Well, not the game, just their situation right now. Okay, so P, like we said, so we got 4 going with Drake May, right? But it's still early to tell. But the New England Patriots look fucking terrible. We can all agree on that, right?
Yo, Mac Jones, the way he was getting yelled at.
like a child.
Poor guy.
He was like, okay.
Poor guy.
Bro, I feel bad for the guy.
The worst thing that kid did was had a decent rookie season. But the best thing he did was really outshine all besides. Actually, he outshined Trevor Lawrence his rookie season.
Yeah, but
well, that's
the worst
Urban
thing
Meyer
he
didn't
did.
know what the hell
That's
he
the
was
worst
doing.
thing he did. That's the worst thing he did.
He looked promising. His
He
rookie year.
did.
Yes,
He did.
but let me
So I don't blame Hershey for yelling at his ass. Like, yo, how you go from this to this?
Okay,
you
so
promised.
I didn't even see the
Hold on.
game. I just
Okay, so let's stop this right now. So Pete, we'll finish off with the Bears right now, saying that I like your situation with drafting Marvin Harrison and then maybe an offensive tackle or a quarterback at 5. If a quarterback can get to 5, which I don't see, right? But let's see what goes on right there, right? So now let's go to the first game of last week, which was the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts, which was a terrible, terrible Germany game, right? Since we're talking about Mac Jones, right? Bro, is he bad? He doesn't look promising, right? But shit, have they helped him? He's on his 3rd offensive coordinator, and they gave him like a defensive coordinator. Like, wasn't
last
Joe?
Last year was Joe Judge and
Really?
Matt Patricia.
Like seriously, that's like they haven't. Bill Belichick, I get it, one of the greatest coaches in the NFL, hasn't helped him out.
But
They thought O'Brien was going to do changes.
Yeah, it was Bill O'Brien, right?
They thought O'Brien. Yeah, they thought O'Brien was going to change things.
He's known to be a good offensive.
Yeah.
So I think with him is like you said, the talent. Who does he have around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he don't have.
They don't have.
Mhm.
I mean, listen, I'm
You know-
surprised. I'm surprised because I thought with Stevenson and Zeke, I thought they would be like a run team first, but like this is another week. This is another week where Zeke had 13 carries and Stevenson had like 13. So I know they're splitting 26. They're splitting 26 carries. Run the ball like 30 times.
This is probably going to be the worst Bill Belichick team.
Yeah.
And Brady Zappi
And also-
comes in,
also,
tries to
he
pull
hasn't got-
Daniel. Brady Zappi comes
He hasn't
in, tries to
gotten
pull
any
Daniel
receivers
Reno.
either. He hasn't gotten any receivers. They signed Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry that one season where they signed Matthew Judon and when they started splashing.
They had
But that's it. Well, you're not going to go back to Gronk and Hernandez. How you do that? That was special.
What he was trying to do.
Yeah, I think
It's the
so.
Patriot
He's
way,
trying to
right?
go in.
It's the Patriot way. Like outside of, we talked about it last week, right? Outside of Randy Moss and Will Swecker, like who had they really have? Like they all their guys were brought up, right? Deion Branch, Brown.
But time out. We're not going to talk about the Ring doorbell camera of Bill Belichick.
We
spoke about that when he came out with no shirt. Bro, the guy's living his life. He's single now.
He was banging it, bro.
The guy's single now. He's living his best life. The guy's living 70 years old, living his best life. I get it, man. Listen,
and then of course you start hearing rumors this week with potentially him just walking away from New England, but still wants to coach. And there's 2 teams already linked to him.
Chicago?
No, the Chargers and the
Giants.
Cowboys. No, Chargers, Cowboys.
Chargers and the Cowboys, yeah.
But it's just like
I wouldn't mind him come to the Giants.
If
But
I
as
was
long
the
as,
Cowboys,
we'll see what happens for the rest of the week.
But we can all agree, right? So what he's trying to do is he's thinking, right, with what he's trying to keep. He's keeping that what you call that little system or that blueprint book that he has, saying, "Oh, I had Tom Brady. I got him no receivers really. I got him 2 good tight ends, a good defense, and we won." Right? So pretty much we can all agree that Tom Brady is the reason why he won. Tom Brady is a GOAT.
Yes.
People are saying that Bill Belichick is one of the reasons why, but we can all I'm gonna sit here and say without Tom Brady, those championships aren't all in Belichick because he's trying to do the same thing with Mac Jones and it's not working. And I don't care who's on the quarterback. I think Tom Brady is the reason why that all happened.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
I'm gonna say he's probably number one, and I'm the biggest Dan Marino fan in the world, and I think he's number one. So with that game being over, the Colts take that one 10-6, which was
they're 5-5. They're right in that shit. They're right in the AFC playoff race.
Yeah, they are. That AFC playoff race is looking crazy. So we'll go to the next game of last week, which was insane with the Browns going into Ravens and shocking the hell out of. That was a crazy game. Going 33-31, last second field goal. What do you guys feel about that?
This town is going ape shit about the Browns, bro.
I would too
right now. I mean,
I would too.
Listen, there's no quit on that team, man. There's no quit on that team.
They were down 14-0 in like the first
they were down 17-3 into the first, and then they were down 14 in the
My teacher came in Monday dressed up like a UPS truck driver.
Oh, all in brown?
All brown.
What can Brown do for you, bro?
No, listen. and the thing is, their defense isn't that like their defense is top of the line, right? They show.
Yes.
But they went up against a good defense, and I didn't think their offense is that spectacular, and they still went into the game and they did what they had to do. Like they ran the ball well. Deshaun Watson had to go down down the field to get them the game-winning field goal. He did it. Listen, kudos to them. And sitting at 6-3, I had the Ravens going far, the Super Bowl, winning it, and I still have them going far. But listen, the Browns look real good.
It's typical NFL, right? On Friday we were talking about Baltimore sneaky good, best team, and then they lose. Like it's always when that one team,
the league is rigged, bro.
When that one team starts taking that next step, it's like they come back down. But
shout out to the NFL.
To be down by 14 on the road twice. Watson was a little banged up with his ankle and stuff like that, and Cleveland's defense didn't play that good, but they created turnovers in the right part of the field. That pick six. I think they also got a fumble or interception, another interception from Lamar Jackson that was deep in Baltimore's area. So their defense created short fields for their offense. But credit for them. That like Dee said, that division is going to be crazy. It already is crazy. And for Baltimore, as they take a step back, they still lead. They got, I think Cincinnati Thursday, right? Cincinnati
on Thursday.
Yeah, so that's a big game. That's a big game for both. But Cincinnati, they lose that game, then all of a sudden, I think Cleveland plays Pittsburgh this week. So you're looking at if Baltimore drops, the winner of Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
And both of these teams lost their top running back, right? And I can sit here and say I think like the Browns running pieces are better than what the Ravens look like. Like I get it with the Ravens, with Gus Edwards, he finds the end zone all the time, but he's not a number one. Like I can't see him carrying like 20 something time for like a buck something. I can see him being a ground and pound of like 15 carries for like 60 yards, pounding it here and there. They got to get the rookie Mitchell more involved, right? If that happens, I think they can, because he's got speed for days. If they can get him more involved, I think the Ravens found their running back to back it up with the ground pound of Gus Edwards. But listen, the Browns right now sit at 6-3. They got the one game advantage over the Ravens at 7-3. That was a great game. Next game. Go ahead,
No, I was just going to say, I agree with Mike with that. Their defense, we said they're great. They're great defense, but they have given up a lot of points as well. But you know what I like? What was very impressive? Key stops. They make stops when they need to make them.
They need to.
Which is, that's what impressed me from the Browns this week. Not only this week, but throughout the season. Key stops.
All right, our next game that we're going to go into, we're going to go into the 49ers going into Jacksonville and putting a beat down on them, 34-3. So 49ers get back healthy after this bye and getting back all their pieces and showing that they are still the real deal,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe showing that the Jaguars are they frauds, or was it just a bad week coming off a bye? Some people don't come off like buys; they come off the buys not 100%. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, they don't like they're hot. They don't want to stop playing. So what do you guys feel about that game? Was it just a bad week for the Jaguars?
I think Jacksonville is under the top 3. Maybe they're not top tier. They're under. They could win some games against tough teams, but they could also get blown out. But also 49ers are coming from a bye, relaxed and healthy at all the positions. Trent Williams, Debo, a week
Purdy.
of Purdy, McCaffrey recovering from that oblique. Look out now. If they continue going the way they're going,
and the defense looked as strong.
Yeah,
the rush
very
was
strong.
getting there.
Very strong.
That's what I'm saying. So we all agreed that the Niners needed to make a move for a cornerback, and I said it before. We said it before in the beginning of our episode that I don't think they really needed a cornerback because that pass rush is so strong, and with that acquisition of Chase Young, it just made it stronger. So I think I think they were trying to get the corner from the Giants, and it just didn't work out. But with Chase Young, the acquisition to him, it just helps them out.
Well, that's what they always been. They protect that back end with the pass rush. That's why they ended up going. From what I read with San Francisco is they were looking into Jalen Johnson. They were on the phone with Chicago, and then they called Denver for Patrick Surtain, but the price was ridiculous for what I read. To the point to where when they were talking with Chicago. They were talking to Washington, but not for Chase Young. They were talking to Washington for Montez Sweat because Washington was hell bent on second round pick for Chase Young, and then for whatever reason they dropped. They talked again, and they dropped
the NFL must have called the Washington and said, "Hey, listen, we need the Niners to go to the Super Bowl and win." You know how the the colors of the logo is. You got to give them this guy for a third round pick. You know what I mean?
Listen. Jacksonville is still they're good, they're young. So this is as good as they are, they're good. All these big games are just learning curves for them. They'll get better, they're gonna get better, they're gonna learn from these type of games. Mm-hmm. But for San Francisco, listen, when they're like the only question is they better hope they stay healthy for the rest of the year, right? Because they look like a completely different team when they're not healthy. Mm-hmm. So that health is gonna be health is like the only question for them, you know what I mean, moving forward. Because they obviously look good. Like they look great coming off a bye. You know what I mean?
And I think I can sit here and I can say I think their biggest piece, right? The biggest piece that if they lose again, that's gonna affect this team is Trent Williams. Because as you can tell, without Trent Williams in those 2 games, Brock Purdy had 2 concussions.
And they gotta be careful.
Couldn't protect him.
They gotta be Kyle Shanahan. This is the one thing I would say though, right? And I'm not knocking them, right? But Kyle Shanahan needs to he figure out what's more important, right? Because from what I read, also I don't know if you guys remember the Cincinnati game towards the end when Purdy went down the last drive, he grabbed his head right away. Mm-hmm. He has symptoms again. Yeah, and they're lucky he had Kyle Shanahan. It was 14-point lead. Why is he in throwing the ball? And they're lucky that they had a bye because the chances are if they were playing last week, he would have been out. And also, I understand what he tried to do with Christian McCaffrey, but like, bro, imagine if Christian McCaffrey got hurt in that red zone stance trying to get him that 18 touchdown. Like, yo, it's over.
Should have gotten it. It wasn't over. He needed
the hell up. Be quiet with your damn fantasy. Shut the hell up.
What do you mean?
Shut the hell up, man.
What do you mean?
The bigger picture for San Francisco. Listen,
it's fantasy football.
It's a team. They're one, right? When they're rolling, they are a perfect team. And at the end of the day, it's just like I get it, but the bigger picture is to go to the Super Bowl. The only way you'll get to the Super Bowl is with Christian McCaffrey. I didn't understand that. I understand you want to give him the record to get 18 straight, but to me, getting to the Super Bowl with Christian McCaffrey is more important than that 18 games in a row.
I agree, but they look like a powerhouse.
There's only 4 chances.
They're at 6-3. Jaguars go back to 6-3 as well. Our next game, we're going to get into the Titans, who took a L going down to Tampa Bay, and they take the L 20-6. That was to me a whack ass game. I thought
Both of
Will
those
Levis
teams
was
are
there.
terrible.
Yeah, I thought Will Levis was gonna step up. I don't. And Derrick Henry, where are you?
Yeah, he's.
They wore the hell out of
It's
him.
a freaking
And I
roller
think
coaster with
he's
him this year.
done.
He's done.
They wore the
24
hell out of
yards,
this
22.
guy, man.
What was it? 22, 24 yards rushing, like, and it wasn't like the game was a blowout. Like, I don't know how many times Will Levis threw, but it wasn't a blowout. And I don't know how many carries Derrick Henry had, but listen,
He
Titans.
threw 39 times.
Okay, that's a lot for a Titans offense.
Yo, he only had 11
Had
attempts.
He only had 11
attempts.
attempts. Yeah,
11,
see?
yeah.
24.
And the game wasn't a blowout. The game wasn't a blowout at all. Well, for Tampa,
the Buccaneers
listen,
don't got no real good offense either.
yeah, but for Tampa, listen, they get the luck of playing in the division that nobody wants, right? The Saints back down to earth, 5-5. Atlanta, that offense is terrible, and they're 4-5. They're half a game behind. They're half a game behind the Saints, and they beat the Saints already. So they're in. Tampa's defense is not bad, but it's going to be Baker Mayfield's going to have to make some plays down as the season goes on if they have any chance of winning that division. But again,
once again,
I was watching that game because of White.
We spoke about Rashad White, 20 carries, 51 yards. That doesn't work. I'm not a fan.
He had that screen. He had that screen pass that went for 43 yards and a touchdown. Mike
Evans had a big game, 6 catches, 143 with a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he could have had 2. He missed one in the end zone when he dropped it. And he said, and his remark after that, they asked him about it. Like, oh, how'd you miss that pass? His remark was, oh, I was already looking at who I was going to give the ball to in the end zone. Like I guess you could get away with it because you know what I mean, because you won the game. I don't think he would have said it if they lost the game. But right now, the Buccaneers are at 4-5, still in the race for that division, and the Titans are at 3-6. Our next game, we go to the Packers, who take the L going into the Steelers, who are 6-3, 23-19.
Danny, I know you don't like stats, right? But
oh man,
I don't like your stat.
No, but check this. This stat when I seen it, Pittsburgh is 6-3. They have been outgained on offense in every game, and they're 6-3.
Every game, yo, Kenny Pickett sucks.
He did not. Jordan Love looked better than him on Sunday, and Jordan Love threw 2 interceptions in the red zone. But Jordan Love at times looked better than Kenny Pickett on Sunday.
So
that game wasn't actually
breaking news. Jalen Warren's going to be starting quarterback.
Yep,
he just got made. He just got.
And I thought
Najee sucks too.
No, I thought Najee was stepping up these past couple of weeks, but
yeah, but he's not what he was supposed to. He was supposed to be a number one.
I agree.
Back, different type of back, power, run, speed.
His rookie year,
he had three down back. That's it. Sometimes these guys get beat up that rookie year, man.
That game was pretty good. That game was pretty good. I was watching it here and there because it was actually given on TV. It was given on CBS. But listen, Green Bay had a chance to steal a game out of there. But Jordan Love, the inconsistency, that's what we all expected, and that's what I'm guessing the Packers fans expected too. Like the inconsistency,
Green Bay
at the wrong time.
Yeah,
the 2 interceptions kind of hurt him.
Listen, man, I still say they got 2 pretty good running backs. AJ Dillon deserves the ball a little bit more, man.
Why?
No, it's not because of fantasy.
Yes,
not because I had him.
Yes,
no, it's not because he's Pacheco's my number 2.
Cut it
my
out.
cousin. You know what I mean? I'm just saying he's a big dude, man. Give him the ball. Pound that shit in.
No.
Yeah.
You need to give Aaron Jones the ball.
Yeah. No.
Like we said in the beginning with the Steelers, for some reason, Mike Tomlin always over 500, and they're on that same path at 6-3.
Big game.
They got a big game against Cleveland. They got a big game.
Is it at Pittsburgh? Is it Pittsburgh or Cleveland?
I'm not sure. I would have to check into that.
Okay.
Our next game, we're going to go to the Saints, who went into the Minnesota Vikings, who are hot right now at 6-4.
Joshua Dobbs
showed up, and they took the win 27-19. Derek Carr left the game with an injury. Jameis Winston came in, threw 2 touchdowns, but he normally does. He threw 2 interceptions.
But they look completely different, right? Dan, you can relate because you got Chris Olave, right? Like we played against each other in fantasy, right?
Yeah.
And it's like They were doing nothing with Derek Carr, nothing. And then Jameis Winston, right? He finished that drive, and Chris Olave had 3 catches to end that drive with a touchdown. It's like I don't get it.
On the following drive, not only was he going after Olave, he was going after Thomas. He was giving the ball to the running back,
Kamara.
Yeah, he was moving the ball around.
But and you know what? The interceptions come.
Yeah, I understand the interception comes with that. He's prone to that, but he's not afraid to throw it. I tell you that. He's not afraid. He's not afraid. He's not afraid.
I'm not gonna. Is it bad?
I see.
Is it bad thinking for me? Like as soon as Derek Carr went down, I'm like, crap. There goes the receiving yards for Kamara because all he does is check down. Like that's
no, but yeah, it feels like it. You know what I mean? Like watching Derek Carr.
It's frustrating.
Yes, it is. It's like you see that guy. You just let it go, bro. Just let it go. You got the arm strength.
What pisses me off with him is when he doesn't, he gets mad at everybody else but him.
This year it seems like a lot of that is happening. Like, bro,
it's you, bro. It's not them. It's you.
It's you too. It's not only them. You're the one throwing them the ball. Like, you know what I mean? You're overthrowing people. You're not. I don't know. Come on, man. Michael Thomas is the best. Like when he's healthy, one of the best route runners. He got hurt, by the way. Supposedly he's gonna be out a while. So he might be out for the year because that's just what it seems like with Michael Thomas. But when I take out of that game is Minnesota. Like to be one. There are 5 games in a row, right? 5-game winning streak. They haven't lost since Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins has been out. Justin Jefferson potentially, right? But I would say potentially coming back this week. Might be coming back
because on my fantasy team, they last week they didn't give him a projection number. This week they did.
They got him. Okay, yeah. So
maybe potential to play, and he found a connection with Hawkinson. He's found a connection.
Don't talk about that shit.
With Powell. So imagine like when Jefferson does come back. Like listen, he's not a bad quarterback. He came in last year to play.
You want to talk about Rick? Danny paid Adam Scheffler.
He came in last
year. I keep telling you, stop listening to these ESPN assholes. Listen to Endzone Sports Podcast to know about the players you need to go ahead and select for the week.
Joshua Dobbs came in last year, right, for the Tennessee Titans, and played a good game, right, to try to get them into the playoffs. Yeah. He went into Arizona in a shit situation, had a good first half of the season,
and at one point they didn't even have his jersey in the in the stores.
And now he's there, and listen. Yeah. 2 games in a row, and he's doing his thing. And I don't know who they play. Do they have a bye this week?
No, they're Sunday night at Denver.
And that potentially is another game.
That ended up being it's a big game for both teams.
Yes, it is. So let's go into our next game, which is shocking to me, where Houston Texans went into Cincinnati, the hot Cincinnati Bengals, and bro, CJ Stroud is that dude.
I'm putting him in my MVP.
CJ Stroud is that dude. They went in there and took a 30-27. He threw a terrible pick before, right? And went up to his coach and said, "Don't worry, coach, I got this."
And he had 2 fumbles too.
Took the ball, drove it down for the game-winning field goal. Listen, much respect to him. I know one team right now is kicking themselves in the ass, and that's the Carolina Panthers.
They should have listened to us.
And it's got to be the owner.
It's got to be the owner
because they wanted him bad, and they just let him. They decided to let the owner. Well, the owner decided not to listen to these fucking guys, and took him, and took Bryce Young.
And he's doing it, and like he's doing like tanked out.
Tanked out.
You know, freaking Noah Brown, who couldn't scratch the field.
Nico Collins last couple weeks.
You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, Nico was out on Sunday. That's You know what I mean? He threw for 300, and he still threw for 356. He had 3 turnovers, but it never rattled him. Never. And
I was kind of disappointed in CJ Stroud.
Why?
Were you?
Yeah.
You expected the game as last week, right?
I mean, at least 45-50. Jesus Christ. You got to outperform your fucking performance from last week.
You're setting the ball high for this kid.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Why not?
are we all agreement that like he's at least in the conversation for MVP?
Yes.
He is in the
He has
conversation.
to.
I think so.
I
If
mean,
he
I don't think he's
continues-
gonna win it.
If he
but-
continues to do what he's doing, he's definitely in the
Listen, they're
conversation.
5-4. They're 5-4. They're a game
They need to
behind
win it.
Jacksonville.
I think they need to
beat
win.
Jacksonville.
They need to keep winning in order for him to be in that conversation.
It's that, and D'Amico Ryan is probably locking up Coach of the Year already. Like, you know what I mean?
Or
Like,
Matt Eberflus ain't gonna get that.
I mean, unless if they
He might
give
be
it to
number
the-
2.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe.
a long two. And for Cincinnati, listen, they was out without T. Higgins.
I'm
Jason
still
Smith-
upset this motherfucker's still coaching. I'm sorry to cut you
Who?
off, but Eberflus, why is he still coaching? Why is Getsy still there? Why did Ken Dorsey get fired? Why? It
Well,
wasn't his
that-
fault. That wasn't
Buffalo
his fault.
game.
Dude, seriously, man, come on.
Listen,
Why,
right now,
why are these Bears coaches still have their job? Why?
they got
Why
nothing-
does Ken Dorsey get fucking fired for a mistake that the special teams coach made? And it's not his
No,
fault.
he
that-
got fired because Josh Allen's a bitch.
That's exactly my point.
Josh Allen
It's not
throws
his
the
fault.
ball.
So
Whoa.
last
He
year,
got, he,
last
no, he
year,
got fired for no reason.
bro,
'Cause
last year
He's not
Ken
throwing
Dorsey,
the ball.
No, but Ken Dorsey last year got praised for the way the Buffalo Bills and performed, even though this guy was still throwing interceptions.
We'll get to the Bills in a few because I got a lot to say
I'm
about that.
mad. No,
Yeah, we got a lot to say.
But that's it. But
And-
Cincinnati,
and-
Cincinnati
Hold on,
take a
CJ
step
Stroud.
back.
Stroud's
Whoa,
number 2 in the
whoa.
NFL. CJ
What
Stroud's
happened?
number 2 in the NFL in passing with 2,600 yards. Listen, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. To me, he's in that MVP.
Yeah,
I'm tagging
He
him.
has to
I'm
be.
tagging him. Don't fucking ask me at the end of the year who the fuck I'm tagging.
Okay.
You already know.
I'm already
CJ Stroud.
All right, next game we're gonna go. We're gonna try to
I'm
speed this up
mad.
a little bit. Lions, who went into the Chargers at Jesus Christ, 41-38. What a high scoring game. The Chargers defense is pathetic. The Lions we thought were a better defense, but with offense like that, listen, I'm on St. Brown. I think it's
That connection,
straight games of like a touchdown or over 100 yards.
I'm
And
tagging him
and
again.
Goff, him and Goff have a crazy connection. That 1-2 punch now, if they can get that working, that's the way it should have been from the beginning.
consistent. If they can make that shit
Montgomery and
consistent,
Gibbs, that's the way it should be. What they're missing, I'm telling you right now,
It's the
the
number two.
only thing they're missing is a number 2 receiver. If they had that going on with Amon St. Brown, with Laporta, and that two-headed running back, that's a team to be messing with in the NFC.
and I'll go and I'm gonna add on to that. It is not out of. I mean, obviously it's not. But when you look at the standings, but we might be looking at the NFC going through Detroit. Just because of the way I'm going off with the schedules.
Schedule-wise,
I'm going off with the schedules. If Philly slips up, Detroit's next 2 games at home against Chicago, home against Green Bay. They still got.
that was one of the top teams with Eberflus.
Yeah. What are you saying, Mike? Seriously, what are you saying?
Detroit's heavy favorite to win this week. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I won't be. Like, I was looking at it. I was looking at it today, and I'm like, there's obviously a shot because they're 72 in Philly's 81, but like it can. There's a shot that the NFC goes through Detroit. There's a possibility, a real good possibility.
They're still not stronger than shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Niners, but listen, and then
But
with
the Niners, but
Chargers,
that's the thing. The Niners have to play catch up to them too. That's the thing.
I get it, but the 49ers defense is way just that there's no comparison right now with the 49ers and the Eagles.
No, I'm not trying to compare. I'm just trying to say like
It might have to go through the Lions.
if it goes to Detroit, obviously San Francisco could go to Detroit and beat them. I'm not saying that.
You're right.
I'm
It
saying
might have
it's
to
just
go through the
it's
Lions,
just
but there's not. It's a difference with going through Detroit or going
going to Philly
or going to Philly or going to San Francisco or having San Francisco or Philly go through Detroit because those are experienced teams going through that.
No, I get it. I'm saying that like we all expected Detroit to be good, right? But to be good to possibly having home field throughout the NFC play, I didn't expect that.
They're only 9.5 favorites on us. I think.
Only these spreads this week
We got
is
a
crazy
chance.
high.
And let's go to the Chargers. The Chargers, listen, I don't know what Keenan Allen is drinking, but my Lord, he had 175 with 2 touchdowns. Herbert had a good game. With 3.
How old is this motherfucker?
Yes,
Like,
I was going to
25?
say that. I was going to say that too.
Keenan
Keenan
Allen.
Allen
I
is
feel
an
like he's been here
old
since
man.
year 2000.
I never draft him.
He played with Philip
And every
Rivers.
time I see him, I'm like, yo,
He's only been in the league 10 years.
When he's gonna slow
Bro,
down?
it feels like forever with this guy.
When is this guy gonna slow down?
He was drafted in 2013 in the 3rd round.
Every year he comes out and he.
Bro,
he
11
was
catches, 175, 2 touchdowns.
He had a bad year last year, but that was due to injuries and stuff. I had him in fantasy, but that was due to injuries. But I tagged him, and that's the reason why I tagged him, because he's consistent. He's one of the best route runners in the game, and he's consistent year in and year out. He has the same numbers.
Well, the Lions go to 7-2, Chargers go to 4-5, and take a terrible loss because they're still trying to be in the AFC picture of the playoffs, and they can't afford to lose games like that. We'll go to the next game, which the Falcons look terrible going against the Cardinals, who get little midget man Kyler Murray back.
He is back.
They went 2-8.
That's surprising.
And that might affect them.
They're gonna mess up and win some games with this.
They're gonna win games with him in the game. We're not gonna talk a lot about this one, but they're gonna win games with him in the line starting now. And that's gonna suck because I think James Conner is back now. They got like a full squad. He looked like he found the connection with the rookie tight end McBride. They're gonna win games and they're gonna lose a shot of getting
top 5, right?
Top receipt. Listen, you keep Kyler because you paid him a shitload of money, but if you put Marvin Harrison over there,
it's different. It's different.
They're gonna screw it up because they're gonna probably win 2 or 3 more games, and they're gonna be shit out of luck. And there's a couple good receivers coming out, but no one compares to Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, the only thing, for Atlanta, the only thing I'll say, Atlanta, it's I don't want to put nobody on the hot. But Arthur Smith needs to be on the hot seat because
he's not.
He's not.
He's safe.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said he's safe. They're not gonna
because it's just like they don't like you don't know how to use your rookie running back.
Well, they used him last week.
Well, exactly. They made it exactly. But instead, hey, here's a little surprise. Right? We're going to catch Arizona off guard. We're going to use Cordell Patterson running the ball too. What are they doing? Like just give Robinson majority of the carries, Algier Mixon, and you have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and they act like they can't throw it down the field at all. Taylor Heineken was supposed to be this different Drake. He looked like Desmond Ridder out there. For that, you might as well keep Ridder and just end the year the way whatever it takes you. Right now, they might be there. Listen again. Being in the NFC South helps them because their season would have been over already.
Yeah, next game we go to the Commanders. The Commanders who fought the Seahawks.
That was a good game.
It wasn't enough. They lost with a last-second field goal, 26-29. And
I'm gonna say something.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Sam Howell
is
gonna be a good fucking quarterback.
He leads the league in passing.
Yes, he does. He's a decent QB.
The only
thing his problem is he holds the ball too long.
He holds the ball too long. The offense line is that good. He gets sacked a lot. That could be a mixture.
And he can learn that.
That could be a mixture of both. But they do throw the ball. They don't really have a running game. But hey,
I like the kid.
They blew up.
I like his toughness.
That would have been a big win for them. I mean, they're still in the wild card for the last wild card, 2 games behind Minnesota. But
I give them respect for that because after they get rid of all those pieces, the 2 main pieces on defense, I thought they were just ready to tank the season away, and they still fight. So I'll give them that.
And for Seattle, it's just the sloppiness in the first half.
Yeah, they're inconsistent.
They're squeezing by.
Next game we'll go. It wasn't a real good game, but the Giants, who are 2-8, going to the Cowboys, who got spanked 49-17. Dak impressed again, but is it really impressing when the Giants just suck playing? I don't know how Tommy DeVito is in the NFL.
Danny DeVito had 17 passing yards at one point.
How is he? He had 2 touchdowns he had 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't know how he's in the league.
Bro,
it's embarrassing what the Giants are putting out there. It really is. But I get it. You're trying to lose to get a quarterback. And to me, on the Cowboys side, Dak Prescott looks real good. He's been impressing. Michael Gallup.
The 49er game, man. He's been hot.
Ever since the 49er game, his number after the 49ers game, he has 15 total touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
But y'all haven't played anybody. Get the hell out of
that,
here,
man. Okay,
shit, man.
We're gonna.
I was just giving him props, man.
Huh?
I just gave him props, but y'all haven't played anybody.
Well, listen, that's fine. We can't control our schedule.
I understand that.
But he played good against the Eagles.
But
The Eagles,
you can say this. You're gonna say the same thing about the Dolphins, right? Dolphins haven't.
Oh, we're the same thing.
You guys are the same exact way. So
But he didn't lose this.
yeah, he's padding the stats, great. But beat the fucking Eagles, beat the 49ers, beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Put up the same numbers against these top teams.
Well, he did last week.
Other than that, I'm gonna say fuck that. But he's been balling out though.
He's been balling out. And CD Lamb is playing out of this world right now. We still don't have a run game.
Well, since he complained to the coordinator, get him involved more, they got him involved, and now he's going crazy. But like you said, that would happen. Michael Gallup had a touchdown, which he always does against booty teams.
Against booty teams.
Brandon
And Brandon Cooks, God damn it!
But is it Brandon Cooks going up against a terrible defense, or is it Brandon Cooks finally showing his way?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Right? It's like a gift and a curse, right? Like that. Like what happened on Sunday, regardless of the fact that that's what it was supposed to look like all year, right? I'm not saying crazy numbers like that, but I'm saying like offensively moving the ball, having Brandon Cooks involved, it happened. Can they if it becomes a thing? If we can get him more involved and be consistent with that, I think it benefits us offensively even more. That's just another weapon for that, But Brandon Cooks, man, listen, I with fantasy, man, like I thought about it for a quick second because I usually don't like to match. I did it last year when I played Oscar. He had Josh Allen and I put Gabe Davis in, and it worked for me. This year, I thought about it for a second, but the way his season has been going going into that game, that's why I went with Jake London to try to get the connection with maybe Heineken and him connect for a touchdown. And this freaking guy goes off for 179 yards. But
good choices, Mike.
Yeah. Well, it ended up being Hawkinson's 19 I would still would have lost. And if I would have put Cooks in with Hawkinson, I would have won by 2.
Hooked, yeah, you would have won.
But with the Cowboys, they got Carolina this week, got Washington and Thanksgiving after, and then that's going to be a good game. It's always a good game with them. And
Danny.
But yeah, 6-3, man. It is what it is. We gotta still get wins.
Hey, Mike, he's asking me a question, Mike.
We're talking about the Cowboys.
You be quiet right now, damn it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, your headphones. Yeah, Paul.
Who the fuck was your leading receiver
for the Giants?
I was too busy rooting for the Cowboys on Sunday.
Who the fuck is Daniel Bellinger?
Bellinger, he's a tight end.
That's the tight end 4th round
pick. Get that shit in one catch.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Y'all need
Bellinger.
They look bad. They look
bad.
bad.
Listen, the game looked like
you guys are arguing.
Like it looked like if they were playing a college team. They were just Dak Prescott. Everybody's open. It's like, how you guys playing defense?
No, it was bad.
But like I said, I was rooting for the Cowboys. Prescott touchdown.
This guy's the worst fan in the fucking world, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. You gotta get another Giant fan in this.
You starting him this week?
Huh?
You gonna start him this week?
Prescott touchdown, man.
Oh my God.
That's all I gotta say.
Well, you know what, Danny? I'm not gonna be.
Next game, we're gonna go to the Jets Sunday night game. Jets who take another L, which was hard for them. They needed this game. They go to 4-5. They went into the Raiders and lost 12-16. The Jets. I just got a notification. The Jets right now they just held the players only meeting, and the Raiders are now 2-0 under Antonio, which wasn't a great game. And I'm sick and tired of I get it. Zach Wilson isn't gonna be a star, right?
Was he invited to the players only meeting?
But he didn't play terrible, and he didn't play great. But there are parts of the game where receivers just missed passes for him, and they only see him. They don't see anything else but him.
He's being targeted. That's
it. And that's all
the New York media. It's New York media.
Garrett Wilson missed a pass that was on a slant, or he caught it was right in his hands. He probably could have went for another 15-20 yards easy, if not more. But no, Zach Wilson sucks.
And it's worse because Aaron Rodgers.
Where are you? Who are you, Alan Lazard? You suck. I feel bad for the kid because I think he has potential, but he needs to go. He needs to get out of there and go somewhere else. And I'm telling you right now, he goes somewhere else, he'll have a decent career. He's just got to get out of New York. He's got
maybe not somewhere else. Maybe ride the pine for another year, bro. You know what I mean? Work on your kinks, because a lot of his problems. Okay, you gotta learn to read the defense. That's one. He plays better when he's running with the ball, when he's escaping out of the pocket. He's got to fix that. You got a running team. It's just not getting to him, you know. But you see glimpses of child. This kid has an NFL arm. You see the way he slings that ball, man. You're like, wow, you know what I mean? He's got a good arm. But
is the holding penalties after Brees Hall scored? That's not his fault. Like it's a collective thing.
Yeah.
Like it's all. Stop pointing. Like we could point the fingers at Zach Wilson because he's the easy target, but Sunday night was not all on him. Like it was offensively.
He's to blame as well, though. Like
he is. No, I'm not saying not to put no blame on him.
They haven't scored a touchdown in 36 straight possessions. They haven't scored a touchdown since the dump pass to Brees Hall against the Giants. That's embarrassing. And their offense it's bad. Like they have a total of 8 total touchdowns in the season, and you can pretty much say 7 because in one of the touchdowns the Eagles allowed them to score to try to get the ball back to tie to win the game. You know what I mean? So, but I don't think it's all on him. But they are wasting a really good defense. Like this is the second year in a row where you're wasting a good defense. And
let me tell you something.
Go ahead, man.
Daniel Hackett is their offensive coordinator. How bad was he with Denver? Look how much better is Russell Wilson quarterbacking now.
Yeah, he's playing real good.
You know what I mean? It might be Daniel Hackett.
It might be Aaron Rodgers.
Daniel Hackett.
Blame.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers, I was watching McAfee show today, and Rodgers was on it. He came out and said he loves Hackett. Yeah, he said he won 2 MVPs
because of him. Yeah.
How many plays did he change in the line of scrimmage?
Did Peyton Manning love that Jets coach?
Oh, Adam Gase. Yeah, he's a terrible coach.
Fucking another bum. You know what I mean? Some coordinators might work good for some people, you know.
No,
and not for others, man.
It's also the quarterback, whoever's the quarterback, right? Like you really telling me, like you.
No. I'm just trying to find him an excuse for kid.
But I'm saying, every play call.
It's battered in every show. Let him not get battered in this show. Come on, guys.
But every offensive coordinator.
You never hear me batter.
Fuck Nathaniel Hackett. That guy's trash, bro.
I agree, but the Jets took a bad L. Now they go.
They're done.
No, they're not done. This is a big game against Buffalo. This is a huge game. They got to try to win the division, which is going to be hard because Miami has the Raiders. They go into Miami right now, but it's going to be hard. They're not necessarily out of it, but they took 2 big losses right now, which took them out because they were at 4.
Jets fans was calling into the radio saying that they should be 6-3 going to Buffalo. Well, guess what? You're not. You're 4-6.
No, they should be. They could have been. They easily could have been 2-4 too at one point too. And we're gonna end the game with the last game, which is the Broncos, who got Ken Dorsey fired, or I guess we can say that, who took the Bills down 24-22 on Monday night. And I'm sorry to say, like I said it before, Josh Allen, he got his offensive coordinator fired, right? No one was complaining about this offensive coordinator when they blew Miami out, and they were known. They were the highest scoring offense in the NFL, right? He was the best offensive coordinator. This is the best thing ever. Blah blah blah. Extra this and that. Josh Allen this. Josh Allen that. Josh Allen is known for making dumbass mistakes, right? But like I said, when they blew Miami out, listen, we took the ass whooping. I said it though. Miami was injured on defense, right? And we got injured in the game more, right? And they beat the shit out of us. The injury bug hit them, and that's what they're complaining about. But it is what it is. Josh Allen hasn't been the same since Brian Daboll has left him, right? So it's not Ken Dorsey. Those interceptions that he threw yesterday were pathetic. That handoff to James Cook was pathetic. That's on you, Josh Allen, not on your offensive coordinator. The plays weren't bad. It was you. You couldn't connect it. And to let Denver go into your home and beat you, that's embarrassing. They finally got caught, right, D?
You've been complaining.
Finally,
You've been
they
complaining
got a
about.
call.
You've been
And
complaining
then
about
he's
the last.
looking like, oh, I didn't do anything. Yeah, come on. But first off, that was a bad throw from Russell Wilson. It should have been a touchdown. The guy, he was wide open, but he got, oh, I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You did something. Like, you got caught. Finally.
Well,
But he's on a hot seat too, the coach over there.
That's what we talked about with Buffalo before the season started, right? Is can Josh Allen bring down his turnovers? And right now, he's starting to become wild Josh Allen, but they're in trouble. They are in big trouble.
Listen, this was set up by the league. This was set up by the league. The league wanted the Bills to lose this game. Few reasons why. If you see that pass to Gabe Davis, when he was wide open, he cut to the right. Instead of him staying left, he cuts back to where the defense was. You could have scored a touchdown. They showed the overhead view, and then at the end of the, they wanted to lose. They wanted them to lose. At the end of the play, what was it? The kick. They hit the kicker. They went offsides. Oh no!
No, they
12 men on the field. 12 men on the field. Come on, man. On the last play of the game, you're gonna have 12 people on the field.
Yeah.
Well, that's not on the players. That's
Fucking rigged, bro.
That's on the coaching.
That was a special team coach.
I'm all.
They're responsible for that.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, because you didn't like.
I'm glad the Jets are losing. I'm glad the Bills are losing. Especially
the league is rigged. They set up the Bills. The Bills wanted to lose.
The offensive coordinator deserved to lose his job, and right now they need to worry about it because I don't think Stephon Diggs is happy.
Oh yeah, I got a hot take. Episode 20. Stephon Diggs will be a Dallas Cowboy next season.
With Trayvon?
Yeah.
That's right.
No, maybe. I say he's going to Detroit next season.
No. He should come to Chicago if he wants
to be a Dallas Cowboy next year.
I say go to Miami. Miami, you can ruin the Bills' careers, their lives every time, playing them twice.
When the Giants draft Bo Nix, Stephon Diggs will be our quarterback.
That sounds like a Giants pick, right? Drake May's there, Caleb May. Now we going Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
All right, so that's all of last week's Week 10 games. We'll discuss. We got Thursday night game is Cincinnati going into Baltimore, right?
That's a good one. That's actually a real good one.
Finally.
Mm-hmm. What we had 2 weeks ago was a good game. Last week was just terrible.
Last week.
We'll discuss that final game. Well, we'll discuss the final of that game on Friday. We can also go into right now we got college basketball going, which Duke is winning. What's the big game against Michigan State?
52.
Duke is up 55-52.
Yep.
I think it's like 6 minutes left in that game. Basketball, we got the Knicks who
lost to the Boston Celtics.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing, right?
Buddy.
That was a great game.
But I'm gonna tell
you, was a good game. Earlier on in the game, not the second half.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing, right?
Tell me two things.
I was watching. I didn't watch a lot of that game, right? I was watching pieces of it, right? And in the first half, I got the alert. I'm like, the Knicks are up by 3. I'm like, that's weird. Then I turned it on and I see the second half going. I'm like, hold on, the Knicks are up by like this, and the Knicks are this, and I'm like, hold on. I know we're out. We're out. We're not. RJ Barrett's not playing, which is a big piece of us, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, the Celtics got to be missing Tatum or Brown, someone, for us to be in this game. And I'm like, hold on, no, they're all playing. So, to me, the Knicks are a good team. Like
they are a good team.
If RJ Barrett plays, to me, it's a different like end of the game. So, has RJ Barrett found his way? What pisses me off with this team is a Randall, right? He can't be the focal point anymore, right? The offense just slows down too much when he's
learning. He's learning.
He is, but you know what it is?
He's passing the ball a lot more when he's double teamed.
He takes too long. Like I don't understand how you take too long to throw to pass it out of a double team. Like, why are you still trying to dribble a couple times when you see the double team come? No, when you see it, you throw it out. Like he tries to still do too much. And like I said before, remember what was that one trade I said I would like the Knicks to do? It was Zach LaVine or DeRozan, right? And I think the Bulls are accepting trades for Zach LaVine. I say you make it, but I don't know if you want to make it yet, man, because
Not yet. I think they're
RJ
going to
Barrett
push
is
it.
playing real good ball because
I was gonna say that's the main
wasn't
trade
in the game.
chip right there is RJ Barrett.
and we
Are
have
y'all
lost
willing
because he
to
hasn't
let
been in
him
the
go
game.
for Zach LaVine? It's
I would.
why not?
And let me ask you a
Barrett and
question,
Randall.
right? Here's
Barrett and
the
Randall.
thing.
Get the fuck out.
Did you guys hear what Zion said yesterday on his interview?
Does he want to come to New York?
No, he didn't say nothing about New York, but
Boston?
He wants out.
His
He wants
comment
out.
was like he was like, I'm just trying to figure out why I fit here. Like
Yeah.
the comments he's making is pretty much saying I want the fuck out of here. Like somebody
he
get me
wants
the
out.
fuck out of here. And that's gonna be a huge asking price, right? But I think the Knicks got that, right? Don't you got
It's
it?
crazy.
Give him
This
RJ
guy
Barrett.
got his money. You know, you got a decent squad there, man. But you just trying to make it easier
Want
for
to
yourself?
be
Come on, man.
New Orleans. I don't think he wanted to be there from the beginning. I
want to
think
be.
from
He
the
wanted to
beginning
come to
he
the Knicks.
wanted to be in New York.
What's the
That was his
difference,
thing.
bro? It's a different era now, man. There's no difference where you play. People say, "Oh, the Mecca, the Garden," man. That has died for a lot of these Gen Zs. who
Yeah,
are
but
coming up and-
everybody
you know?
loves coming to play at the Garden. Make it your fucking home. Play there 42 games a year. If you love it so much.
Yeah, I never understood that. That makes no sense. Durant said the same thing. I don't get that. Like you rather come play one time a year instead of playing it 41 times.
Of course, man. Because Knicks fans are dicks, bro. Shout out to all Knicks fans.
What are Celtics fans?
I gotta say with the Celtics, that trade for Porzingis was key. After watching that game yesterday,
He makes a big difference.
Tingus Pingus, man. Listen, he's hard. He's hard to defend because he doesn't have much of an inside game. But what he does is he takes Mitchell Robinson out to the 3-point line, and they attack. And you got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who are big dudes, and offensive rebounding is key for the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
So
As long as we
Porzingis
stay healthy, man.
Porzingis is pretty much the new Al Horford, because that's what Al Horford has been.
Why is he still playing?
Why is he's a good shooter now. He's become more of a 3-point shooter.
He's a role player for us.
He's a role player. That's all he is. He understands his role in the team, and I think the Celtics.
I still say we need at least another a guard, a veteran guard off the bench. Pritchard. White is a good defender. I think he's doing a good job. That ball-headed fuck. White. Walsh? But White. The White.
Yeah. The
White around the lip.
He's a good defender.
He is. He's a really good defender.
So I don't think they're gonna miss Marcus. I mean, they will miss Marcus Smart, but I think him plugging in as that top defender now.
I say we're gonna miss Marcus Smart's key plays, his hustle, and during the playoffs where not him chucking 2 or 3 threes and missing them, which is like
honestly though, fuck the Celtics, motherfucker.
No, fuck the Knicks.
What's wrong with you, man?
You guys got problems.
You need a hug or
Why
something?
are you still here?
So that's so far what we're gonna. I think that's all for today. That we're gonna discuss. We gotta, like I said, it's too much football still going on. I listen to like other podcasts and like other.
This is like the best time of the year, right?
Yeah, but
all the sports coming back.
It is, but I still listen to like all these other shows, and it's always basketball at the last hour or half an hour of their show because football still takes over everything. So it's still hard to do it. We still need to try to do like a half an hour show for basketball just to discuss all basketball.
Half hour is going to turn into an hour, dude.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be an hour and it always goes over.
Yeah, because Redman just likes talking.
No. Look at the recording time and see how much Mike talked. Mike extends his. We all trying to get worded.
Listen,
come on, Mike.
The Cowboys, Mike needs his own like 10-minute segment.
We were talking about the Cowboys, you jerk.
Cut it to 5, Mike.
And you want Polo to ask you a stupid question.
Prescott touchdown.
Bench his ass. Matter of fact, don't bench him. I'm not D. If he continues to play like this, you keep him in the goddamn lineup.
I mean, shit, they got the Panthers. I mean, that's gonna be another win.
Should be.
Yeah, it should be. But they always do good against the terrible team, so
We'll see.
should be another
We'll
win.
see. We'll see what's going on. So we'll see everybody on Friday. Once again, up above is where we are on.
Yes.
Hit up. Try to. I think it's TikTok,
Celtics.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Celtics.
or X and Twitch.
Fuck the Celtics.
Fuck the Celtics. I agree.
No, fuck the Knicks. That's it.
Hey, Giants.
I've been dealing with this for over 30-something years.
The Giants
Right.
need to keep winning.
You guys have been
They need-
good.
I'm rooting for the Giants to win because they need to get their hands off of Drake May. They need to win like 7-8 games. Leave Drake May alone.
Who knows? They might
There's a
pick up.
Carolina
They might skip a quarterback and draft a offensive tackle.
I just want the season to be over with just to see where we are. Honestly,
Not me. Not me. I'm enjoying my season.
We got big games coming up. in the season.
Oh yeah,
I like my season so far.
yeah, sure.
So, fellas, have a good one. We'll see you guys on Friday.
I feel like
And-
this every fucking year at this time.
It'll get
Hey.
better. You guys had good years before, and Miami had bad ones. I had to deal with this shit.
Fuck the
It's been
Knicks.
I've been eating fucking M&Ms every single fucking night.
Oh, M&Ms are great. Those are the best ones. Peanut M&Ms. So, fellas, be good. Enjoy the night. See you guys on Friday. Here's to another one. Fins
Danny.
up. Fuck the Celtics.
Prescott
What's up?
touchdown.
Fire Elbow Fruits.